Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Charles, the channel where coins tell stories, and you uncover treasures hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into a classic from American pocket change, the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent. Stick around, because whether you're a new collector, a coin hunter, or just curious about what a single cent from 1984 might be worth today, we've got everything you need. Let's begin with a little history. The 1984 Lincoln Cent was part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Series, minted from 1959 to 2008, features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, originally designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, 1984 wasn't just another year. It was smack in the middle of a busy decade for U.S. mints, especially for cents. Over 10 billion Lincoln cents were produced that year. So yes, most 1984 pennies are still very common, but some carry secret value that only collectors know about. In 1984, the Lincoln Cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint mark, over 8.15 billion coins; Denver Mint ***, D mint mark, around 6.57 billion coins; San Francisco Mint ***, only made proof coins for collectors, marked with an S, so if you have a 1984 penny with no letter under the date, that's from Philadelphia. A D means Denver, and an S means San Francisco, but likely only found in proof sets. On the obverse, we have Lincoln's bust facing right, the word Liberty on the left, and the date *1984* on the right. The motto "In God We Trust" runs across the top. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, and if you look closely on a real coin, you can even see a tiny seated Lincoln between the pillars. While all coins from this year look similar, some carry surprising value depending on condition, strike quality, and, you guessed it, errors and varieties. Let's talk money. Most 1984 cents you find in pocket change are worth 1 cent to 5 cents. If they're in decent shape, VF to EF grade, collectors might pay around 10 cents to 25 cents. MS60 to MS63, around $0.25 to $1. MS64 to MS65 red, full mint luster, can be worth $2 to $10. MS66 red and above. Now we're talking $25 to $100 plus, depending on grading. These shiny coins with mirror-like finishes were never meant for circulation. A typical 1984 S-proof cent is worth $2 to $5, but can go higher if graded PR69 or PR70 by PCGS or NGC. Here's where things get exciting. There's one famous variety from 1984 that has serious collector demand. The 1984 doubled ear Lincoln Cent. The doubling appears on Lincoln's earlobe. You'll notice what looks like a second ear just behind the real one. This is a classic double die error on the obverse. Even in circulated condition, it can sell for $50 to $150. In mint state, MS65 or higher, this coin can go for $250 to $1,000 plus. A graded MS67 red doubled ear cent once sold for over $3,000 at auction. Tip: always check 1984 pennies under a magnifier for this doubling. You might be holding a small fortune. Here's what to do if you want to check your 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin 1. Use a 10x loupe or magnifying glass, especially for the ear area. Point 2. Check the coin's color. Red coins, with full mint luster, are more valuable than brown ones. Point 3. Look for marks or scratches. The fewer, the better. Point 4. Compare with images online or PCGS. There are many reference photos to help spot the doubled ear variety. Point 5. Get your coin graded if you think it's rare. Use services like PCGS or NGC. If you're starting a Lincoln Cent collection, the 1984 penny is a must-have year because of the variety. 1984, no mint mark, in BU red condition. 1984, D Denver Mint coin in MS65 plus. 1984, S-proof in original packaging. Most importantly, the 1984 doubled ear variety store coins in acid-free holders, flips, or coin albums to avoid damage. Don't clean them, it lowers the value. Over 14.7 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1984. That's almost 60 coins for every American alive at the time. The 1984 cent is 95% copper and 5% zinc, unlike newer pennies which are mostly zinc with copper plating. If melted, which is illegal, the copper in a 1984 penny is worth about 2 to 3 cents, more than face value. So there you have it, The humble 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin may seem common, but it can be surprisingly valuable. Especially if you find the doubled ear variety or keep your coins in pristine condition. The story of the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin is part of a larger and fascinating American coinage legacy that began in the early 20th century. Let's rewind the clock. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was a historic moment, because Lincoln became the first real person ever featured on a regular U.S. coin. Before that, American coins usually showed Lady Liberty or symbolic designs. The original design by Victor David Brenner had Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 wheat ears on the back. That's why early versions are called *** wheat pennies. But in 1959, to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use for 50 years, all the way until 2008. Now, fast forward to 1984. That year was part of the Memorial Reverse series, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins at full speed to meet the needs of a growing population and economy. Inflation in the late 70s and early 80s had already caused changes in coin composition. From 1982 onward, pennies were no longer made mostly of copper. So the 1984 penny was made from zinc with a thin copper coating, the modern penny formula. It's lighter than older cents and cheaper to produce. The U.S. Mint that year struck over 8.1 billion coins in Philadelphia, over 6.5 billion in Denver, and over 3 million proof coins in San Francisco. This makes it one of the most mass-produced coins in U.S. history despite being common. The year 1984 gained special attention in numismatics because of an important error variety, the doubled ear Lincoln cent, where Lincoln's ear appears to have been struck twice. This happened due to a double die error during the minting process and created a rare collectible variation. While most 1984 pennies are only worth 1 cent, this small error changed the game for collectors. Suddenly, this common coin had a rare and valuable cousin, sparking nationwide interest in checking 1984 pennies for the doubling. In short, the 1984 Liberty 1 cent is a bridge between eras. It's a product of modern coin production, but still part of the rich Lincoln tradition. And thanks to the error variety, it stands out in the timeline of American pennies. When it comes to the value of any coin, especially a 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin, condition is everything. Even a common coin can become a collector's item if it's in the right grade. Let's break it down into different coin conditions, what they mean, and how they impact value. Point 1. Use a 10x magnifier or loupe to examine the coin closely. Point 2. Look at Lincoln's cheekbone, jawline, and hair. These wear out first. Point 3. On the reverse, check the pillars of the Lincoln Memorial for wear. Point 4. Never clean the coin. It destroys the natural surface and lowers value. A worn 1984 penny is common and not worth more than face value. But a red, uncirculated 1984 penny or a coin with an error can be worth much more. Always check your coins carefully. Even something as small as a 1-cent coin could be hiding a valuable surprise if it's in excellent condition. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most common, yet surprisingly interesting, coins in U.S. history. The 1988 Liberty 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent. Now you might be thinking, it's just a penny from 1988, right? Well, not so fast. Because some versions of this coin could actually be worth more than $100 if you know what to look for. So grab your coin jars and let's explore the history, value, and hidden treasures inside this humble little cent. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909. First introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 1988 Lincoln cent features the iconic profile of President Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo. By 1988, the U.S. Mint had switched from bronze cents to copper-plated zinc coins, a cost-saving move that started in 1982. So, if you're holding a 1988 penny, it's most likely made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. 1988. Over 6.1 billion coins. 1988. Over 5.2 billion coins. 1988. Proof. Around 3 million coins only. That's over 11 billion pennies in total, making it a very common year for circulation coins. But wait, it's not just about quantity. The quality and errors matter too. While most 1988 cents are only worth face value, 1 cent, there are some key exceptions that collectors look for. This is the holy grail of 1988 cents. It's called the 1988 reverse of 1989 ** variety. In simple terms, The mint accidentally used a reverse die meant for 1989 coins on some 1988 coins, resulting in a rare transitional design. Examine the FG initials, for Frank Gasparo, near the Lincoln Memorial in the normal 1988 reverse. The initials are sharper and closer together in the 1988 reverse of 1989. They are wider and more rounded. Identical to the 1989 reverse in circulated condition $10 to $50 in uncirculated mint state condition $100 $300 or more. Yes, even though it's just a penny, this little design error makes it a prized find. Look closely under magnification. A double die error occurs when the die shifts between impressions. On the obverse, check for doubling on Liberty, doubling on the date, 1988. Doubling on IN God We Trust. These are rare and can sell between $20 and $150, depending on sharpness. Most pocket change 1988 pennies aren't valuable. But if you find a clean, bright, uncirculated one, it's worth putting aside for your collection. Want to test if your 1988 penny is zinc or copper? Try the *** drop test ***. Copper coins make a higher pitched ring, while zinc coins sound dull. Or use a scale. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, zinc ones weigh 2.5 grams. Although nearly all 1988 pennies are zinc, mistakes can happen, so if yours weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it might be an ultra-rare leftover copper planchet. Use a jeweler's loupe or USB microscope to check for rare die varieties. Store your coins in airtight 2x2 holders or coin flips. Look for coins with full red luster, RD, for highest value. Check eBay sold listings and PCGS price guides to estimate current market value. And most importantly, have fun. Coin collecting is a journey of discovery. Oh, there you have it. The 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin may seem like just another penny, but with the right variety or error, it could be worth hundreds of times its face value. The 1988 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin, is part of one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history, the Lincoln Cent series, which began in 1909. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It marked a major shift in American coin design, as it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, breaking away from the tradition of using only symbolic representations of liberty. The original designer, Victor David Brenner, placed his initials VDB on the reverse of the coin below the wheat stalks. Due to public criticism, the initials were removed and later re-added in smaller form on the obverse below Lincoln's shoulder in 1918, where they remain today. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse of the penny featured the famous wheat ears, designed then, in 1959, to celebrate 150 years since Lincoln's birth. The U.S. Mint changed the reverse design to feature the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. This new reverse was meant to highlight Lincoln's lasting legacy and remains one of the most recognized buildings in America. That reverse design, with Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, visible with magnification, remained in use until 2008, so the 1988 penny belongs to this Lincoln Memorial cent era. Produced from 1959 to 2008. One of the most important events in Lincoln cent history occurred just 6 years before 1988, in 1982. That year, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc weight. 3.11 grams after mid-1982, pennies were made of a zinc core, 97.5%, with a thin copper plating, 2.5%, weight. 2.5 grams. This change made the penny cheaper to produce, but introduced problems like corrosion and damage if the thin copper plating wore off. Oh, the 1988 penny is made of zinc with copper plating, just like all pennies minted after 1982 in 1988. The penny was struck at 3 facilities: Philadelphia Mint ***, no mint marked; Denver Mint ***, marked with a D; San Francisco Mint ***, made proof coins only, marked with an S. More than 11 billion pennies were minted in 1988, making it a high production year. Most of these coins were intended for circulation, and because they were made with zinc cores, many circulated examples today show signs of wear, bubbling, or corrosion. Despite its high mintage, 1988 is a significant year for collectors because of one major minting mistake. Some 1988 pennies were accidentally struck with a reverse die intended for 1989 coins. This is known as the 1988 reverse of 1989 variety, RDV 006. This reverse features subtle design differences, especially in the designer's initials FG near the Lincoln Memorial, and is highly prized among collectors. This mistake happened at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making this error one of the most important modern varieties for Lincoln cent collectors. Celebrates the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Features the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, used 1959 to 2008. Made during the zinc core era, post-1982. Produced by 3 U.S. mints, P, D, S. Includes a notable transitional die error. Reverse of 1989. Part of the longest-running U.S. coin series still in circulation when it comes to coin collecting. Condition is everything. A 1988 Lincoln penny might only be worth 1 cent. In poor shape, but in pristine condition, it could be worth dollars or even more, especially if it includes a rare error. If it's a rare variety like 1988 reverse of 1989, in MS 65 or better, $150 to $300. These were specially struck at the San Francisco Mint using polished dies and planchets. Mirror-like fields and frosted designs. Never intended for circulation. Always uncirculated, typically graded PR 60 to PR 70. Proof value, PR 65 to PR 69. $*$2 to $6 deep cameo PR 70 $20 plus if slabbed by a grading company. Use a 10x magnifying loupe or digital microscope. Inspect fields, flat parts, devices, raised parts, and rims. Compare to images from PCGS.com or ngcoin.com. Look for scratches, dullness, or discoloration. Pay attention to luster and sharpness of detail. If you believe your 1988 penny is in mint condition, or has an error like the reverse of 1989, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS***, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC***, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A coin with a certified grade will sell for more and be more trusted in the collector market. Oh, remember, the condition of your 1988 Lincoln cent makes a huge difference in its value. A beat-up penny equals 1 cent. A sharp, uncirculated penny equals worth keeping. An error coin in mint state equals hidden treasure. Keep checking your change, and who knows, the next coin you find might just be a high-grade gem hiding in plain sight. Today's episode is all about the 2013 Liberty 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny. Stick around because we'll be diving into its history, design, mintage numbers, valuable errors, and of course, its real-world circulated value. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's start with some quick history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse. But the coin we're talking about today, the 2013 Lincoln cent, comes from a long line of updated designs and compositions. In fact, since 2010, the reverse side of the penny has featured the Union Shield, a design symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as one union during the Civil War. Although it's commonly called the Liberty 1 cent, due to the word liberty appearing on the front, its official name is the Lincoln cent. That's right, over 7 billion pennies in total for just 1 year. So yes, the 2013 penny is common in circulation. Asterisk, here's where things get exciting. Some 2013 pennies with mint errors are worth real money. Let's go through some key examples. Look for doubling in words like liberty or in God we trust. These errors can sell for $25 to $150, depending on clarity. If the design is not centered properly, values range from $10 to $100 plus based on severity. These happen when the die starts to break. Coins with retained cuds or large die cracks can go for $5 to $50. If part of the design is missing or blurry, it may have been caused by debris. These can range from $3 to $25. Always use a magnifier and check carefully. These small details can mean big bucks. Asterisk, so, should you hold on to your 2013 Liberty 1 cent coin? It's in uncirculated or mint state condition. It shows a rare error or unique feature. It's part of a complete Lincoln cent collection from 1909 to today. It's heavily worn, scratched, or has no collectible value. You've checked it thoroughly and it's just a regular penny. In conclusion, while most 2013 Lincoln cents, or Liberty 1 cent coins, are only worth face value, there are exceptions that collectors go crazy for. Look out for high grades, mint errors, and well-preserved examples. 1 cent might not seem like much, but in the world of coin collecting, it could be your ticket to a hidden treasure. Let's go back in time and uncover the history behind the 2013 Liberty 1 cent coin, part of the legendary Lincoln cent series, the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The story begins in 1909, when the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was a big deal. It was the first time a real person's face appeared on a U.S. coin. The original design, by sculptor Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. These are known today as wheat pennies. From 1909 to 1958, the coin featured the wheat reverse. Then, in 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. This memorial reverse stayed in use for the next 50 years. Fast forward to 2009, the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. That year, the Mint issued 4 special reverse designs, each showing a different stage of Lincoln's life. 1. Birth and early childhood in Kentucky. 2. Formative years in Indiana. 3. Professional life in Illinois. 4. Presidency in Washington. D.C. Then in 2010, the Mint introduced a brand new permanent reverse, the Union Shield. This shield represents Lincoln's legacy of preserving the Union during the Civil War. Designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, it features 13 vertical stripes joined under a single horizontal bar, symbolizing the unity of the original states. By the time 2013 rolled around, this design had become the standard. The obverse still displayed Brenner's original bust of Lincoln with the word Liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and the date 2013, along with a mint mark, either P, Philadelphia, D, Denver, or none if it's from Philadelphia without a mark. But here's something important. The composition of the coin had also changed over the decades. While pennies were originally made of 95% copper, since 1982, most Lincoln cents, including the 2013 version, have been made from zinc with a thin copper plating. That means the 2013 coin is only 2.5% copper and 97.5% zinc, so the 2013 Lincoln cent stands as part of the modern zinc penny era, still honoring Abraham Lincoln, still carrying the legacy of Union preservation, and still circulating in billions. It may look like an ordinary coin, but behind it is over a century of American history, craftsmanship, and symbolism. Now that we know the history and design of the 2013 Liberty 1 cent coin, let's talk about one of the most important factors that determines its value. Condition. In the coin collecting world, this is often called coin grading. Pro tip: coins with bright original red color, labeled RD in grading, are worth more than coins that are brown, BN***, or red-brown, **RB***. To figure out your coin's condition, here are some quick tips. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass. Check for sharpness of details, especially in Lincoln's hair and the lines on the shield. Look for original luster, especially on uncirculated coins. Be careful not to confuse dirt or damage with rare mint errors. So, if you're holding a 2013 Lincoln cent and wondering if it's worth more than face value, your first step is to look at its condition. A shiny, well-preserved penny with no wear could be worth way more than just 1 cent, especially if it's in a high mint state grade or has a rare error.